What's going on, y'all? Forward Fabian back again with a video, man. We're doing a reaction to the truth about the exorcism of Emily Rose from the Valuetainment Short Clips channel, man. Let's go ahead and hop right into this, man. If you've seen the exorcism of Emily Rose, that came out like early 2000s, very creepy horror film, man. If you haven't seen it, go back and check it out. But we're gonna watch this video. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts, man. Let's hop right into it.
What can you tell the audience about this case of Annalise Michel?
Well, are people familiar with the case? So it's a
Assume they're not. Assume none of us are.
so the premise is, so this is a lady in Germany who was determined to be possessed. She was working with a priest, and then she never did receive complete deliverance from the demonic oppression, and then she eventually died.
At 23 years old,
Yeah.
she died. And first, she started experiencing this at 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And she would go to 6 different voices she would make, right? It's Nero, Cain, Judas, Hitler, Fleischmann. I'm missing one. Lucifer.
The hell?
And each voice sounds different. And then eventually, I mean, you look at her right now. I want you to watch this. I want to get your reaction on this. This is right here, Annalise Michel, who, if you listen to her voice, sounds like a regular voice speaking in German. If you want to play so the audience can hear it.
Ja, ich will auch für die anderen leiden, damit die nicht in die Hölle kommen und so. Aber dass das dann so schlimm ist und so grausam und so furchtbar, nee. Das denkt man leiden, das ist so leicht zu haben, wenn es dann wirklich schlimm ist.
Very normal. Okay, very normal. Fast forward to now. What she, yeah, go right there. So this is.
I don't even look like
Hitler.
the same.
Ihr Klötze. Nein, ihr Klötze. Und der Maul, ihr Klötze. Oh, so der will auch nicht. Oh, ich geh auch nicht. Oh.
Sind wir schon 3?
Ah, wie.
This don't even look like the same person in comparison to who they show on screen right here. It's like night and day, bro. This look like an elderly lady. Not an elderly, but an older woman. This look like a young schoolgirl. Like how?
If you are, I hope you're not watching this late at night. If you are, here's Cain. Very disturbing. Okay, go to the next one. This is Nero.
Ruhe gibt's nur da oben.
Ruhe gibt's nur dort, wo die Liebe ist.
Ja, bei uns gibt's nur
Nur Hass.
Ja,
Und wo nur Hass ist, da gibt's keine Ruhe.
nein. Und
Go to that one. This is Fleischmann.
Seminaren ausgebildet, denn die dürfen nicht auf die
This is who?
This is
Die
Judas.
müssen in eigenen Seminaren ausgebildet, denn die dürfen nicht auf die
Oh, here's the part.
So you've seen a lot. There's a lot of scary films or horror films to where, you know, there's the parts to the paranormal investigators are trying to debunk. Maybe the church is trying to debunk, because I think 9 times out of 10 the church has to capture actual evidence in order to perform an exorcism, right? They have to have actual visual evidence. I think that's the standard for the church to come into a home, bless the home, maybe perform an exorcism. But with that being said, a lot of folks try to debunk the voices. If you've seen The Conjuring 2, that was kind of based off the, what's it, like the Esfield haunting that happened in the UK, excuse me. And they try to debunk that because that girl was supposedly possessed, but she was making different voices, and they try to debunk that she was just putting on voices. You know, this is weird. Obviously, they're illustrating that there were 6 different voices coming out of this young lady. Who knows what people thought at this point in time when they heard the voices, if they actually believed them, or she was just trying to distort her voice for a reaction. So, I mean, if you believe, a lot of people don't believe in the dark forces. I mean, if you know that God exists and you know evil and Satan and his, you know, army of demons exists as well. So you can't have one and deny the other. So with that being said, um, I've never experienced anything to that extent in terms of my life, like paranormal. But I do believe in the power of, the exorcism. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we see countless examples to where it doesn't really work at all.
Part. So, first of all, I feel bad for this girl. She passed away, 23 years old. Okay, you're talking about somebody, the mother, that's the mother standing right next to her. I mean, they made a movie about this. This turned into a story that people watched, and, even if you try, like yesterday, Vinny, who's outside, who doesn't like, Vinny got a shout out on this, but Vinny, I said, try making this sound naturally. Like if you really try to yourself make this sound naturally, go try to do it. How does somebody do it naturally, right? Okay. You may say, I know certain people that could do it. But this is a little strange, Adam.
You can make a crazy voice. Like, there's people who they can do it.
But the
Like,
part,
that's not that hard to do,
the
bro.
The part he says, where it's those 4 signs, unbelievable, out of nowhere power. That comes in, okay, like somebody on PCP. I don't know if you've seen somebody on PCP.
Yeah, they can lift the car up.
They can lift the. So that's that part. The other part is language spoken that you don't speak.
This is my thing. There's always like the technicalities. Well, on PCP you can lift it. Come on, man. So she's over here sniffing doing some PCP on the side before the exorcism. Like, let's use some common sense here and there. Anybody can put a voice on, but like he's talking about the immediateness and then different languages.
And then third one is saying information and things that you shouldn't know. Those two, maybe not the first one, but those two, it's a little. So when you see that, have you ever personally witnessed somebody like that?
Oh yeah, I've seen all those things.
All the time.
You're being serious. You've seen that.
Day in the life.
Well, and because of the number of people that contact me, that it would be an ordinary part. I mean, I have no other exorcist who say they've never dealt with a case of possession in the years that they've been an exorcist.
Father's seen it all.
Some of them
He probably been around the block, man. Come on, asking him like, you seen something like this, bro? This is his job. He do this on a daily basis.
Some of us are publicly known, and some choose to remain anonymous. And those who are publicly known, we do receive a higher volume of people who reach out to us.
What's the key to success of the ones that are successful and someone has deliverance and can go live a life where they've, replaced it with, this belief in Christ, and now they're able to live free? What's the key to the success when you've gone through your filters that you've described? What's that key? Is there a key? Is there something common to the people that now live free?
I think there is. First of all, I would say that, oftentimes people that suffer are suffering alone. They're in isolation. So bringing them back into a sense of community, helping people reconnect with family and friends. Another, probably the biggest one, is helping people connect with God in their life. Because again, it's not just a matter of casting the evil out. I've said that before. I can't say it enough. It's about helping people develop an authentic relationship with God. It makes me think of the story of the Gerasene demoniac in chapter 5 of Mark's Gospel, that, the man who's possessed by Legion, he's living in the tombs. Shackles won't even hold him. There's the superhuman strength. He's possessed by Legion. Jesus casts the demons out. They go into the swine. The demons show their true character. They destroy the swine. They race over the hillside. They drown in the lake. Most people, when they're reading that biblical account, will stop reading at that point. But I would suggest the most important thing happens next. The man who's now free wants to follow Jesus, and Jesus says no. Now, how often in the Bible does Jesus tell somebody not to follow him?
Right.
What does Jesus say to him? No, go home to your family. So Jesus takes someone who was living amongst the dead in the tombs and places him back amongst the living with his family. So again, creating healthy relationships is one of the ways that evil can be defeated.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here.
That's deep. Even in this other one, it was like this show I watched the other day, which was basically a TV show called Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. Story of an individual who, wherever he went, like there was spontaneous combustion or fires erupting. Like, fire followed him, and come to find out as a child, him and his brother had actually accidentally burnt the house as a kid, and one of the I think like a priest or something, or came to the house, and he was talking about how times, certain situations in our life that we're in denial about, that we don't accept or move forward with, kind of like accept, learn from, and grow with, move forward with, can tend to harbor something very dark. So essentially he never accepted the fact that he was an arsonist, burned a home down, I think potentially put a family in danger, something of the sort. So the fact that he hadn't lived with that, accepted that, and moved on, these fires or some type of dark spirit was following him. But come to find out, he openly admits it, but come to find out, actually it's his wife. A little secret to the story, it's his wife who actually has a similar story of her own, to where she committed arson. She started a fire and killed the family or something like that, but she doesn't actually confess. She holds it and harbors it as a dark secret, which it tends to unfold. So essentially there's power in speaking things and being open with things, the sense of community, in the sense of telling people things, not keeping things to oneself. So I don't know. Comment down below y'all's thoughts on that. What y'all think about that. Peace, love, prosperity. That was Truth About the Exorcism, Emily Rose. We'll catch y'all in the next video, man. We out.